Good morning. It's Ayya Vimala, and it's Friday, November 27th. And here it's the day after our Thanksgiving. Very quiet outside. I was very quiet yesterday. It was pretty amazing to have a day I think didn't pay attention or read or watch any news yesterday. So I'm grateful for that. That was my Thanksgiving gift to myself. I don't know how your Thanksgiving was, but I hope you felt safe, and I hope you were able to be in touch with your loved ones, even if you were staying away from gatherings. My family, I talked to some on the telephone and then Zoomed with the ones. I think we had about 6 households. A couple of people were cooking at theirs for their tiny little groups, and some of us were just trying to see if we could pick up the smell of the cooking through our computers or phones. So far we can't do that, but we think that discovery might be in the works somewhere. So it was good to be in touch with each other and to chat and just to be aware of how grateful we've been for all of the other Thanksgivings when we've all been together. And we're certainly tough enough to make it through some where we can't be together, especially if it's in the interest of taking care of the people we love and ourselves. So I hope you had a beautiful day yesterday if you celebrate Thanksgiving, and if it was just an ordinary day, like it was with our friend in England, we could just see it is just an ordinary day, isn't it? So we make of it what we want to. So I hope you're staying in today. If today, usually Black Friday is just this, what they call this one day where everybody goes shopping like crazy and lots of big sales. So I hope you're not doing that today, because it's probably not a really safe thing to do. But I think here they solved that problem by making it be Black Friday for the last couple of weeks. So it seems like there's a lot of stuff to attract people online to buy things. So be careful about that too. We don't know how long we're going to be cooped up. Maybe people are buying things because it's kind of a symptom of boredom, right? If you've been cooped up for a long time and you're kind of running out of things to do, maybe buying stuff is a temporary solution. So be careful about that. It can get appealing. I hope everybody's just trying to be mindful and present in the moment, and look at the important things in your life. And I hope you reached out to those people whose contact means the most to you yesterday. There were a couple of family members I saw whose pictures I saw on Facebook and didn't have a chance to talk to them, but that was nice just to see the photos. But work on mindfulness in these difficult days. If you're staying in and it's hard for you to continue doing that, we can always turn to ourselves and look within and try to find that. Look at those self-reflections of ourselves and be with ourselves. Enjoy developing the quality of mindfulness in silence. Sometimes we get so antsy. We want to be out and about and doing things and seeing people and buying things, and that we forget that we're on this journey alone, and it's really good for us to learn more and more about ourselves and to be able to be with ourselves. And I'm taking a course in the Satipatthana Sutta, which is the 4 foundations of mindfulness. And there's a lot of attention given to being able to see things within us at such an early stage. It's like a preventative practice. So we learn to recognize things before they become out of control. So it's learning to recognize within us things that can become defilements or problems, or can become habits that are much harder to get rid of. And a lot of that is just from paying attention to what's going on inside of us and learning to see those signals. So that recognition can only be developed from paying attention to what's going on with us. But once we're able to see when something's coming up, if it's a dark emotion or a disturbing emotion, if we see it at a very early stage, we can stop it from exploding. And that exploding might be saying something that we can't take back to someone, or doing something that we can't take back. But if we see it at that very, very beginning stage, we can stop and take the right precautions to keep it from going on and taking on a life of its own. So that's why we do body scans. That's why we work with this thing called mindfulness. And we have to more and more be able to recognize not just what is going on within us that's bad or could become a problem, but it's also, and this is the part that I really love to remember, it's also about seeing when we don't have those problems, when we don't have a clouded mind, or we don't have those negative emotions building up. So we need to be able to recognize the absence of those, what we call defilements. So if there's a lack of anger or irritation, or a lack of selfishness, or a lack of a distracted mind, if our mind is calm and peaceful and at rest, if we need to be able to recognize that. If we're always on the move, always on the go, always thinking, we can't recognize a tranquil mind. And we need to have that time where we're with ourselves and we allow our minds to become tranquil and peaceful, and observe that and see how it feels. See what the lack of those distractions, the lack of that angst or anxiety or restlessness, to see what that feels like when it's gone, and how satisfying that can be. So if we're always on the go, we're not getting to observe ourselves in different modalities. And we may find that there's nothing to be afraid of by sitting still. And we don't need to be trying to think about every problem in the world and always have something else we need to think about. We don't have to solve everything. And sometimes we know that the solution will come to us when we let go of the thinking about it. So I think that's a good thing to do when I certainly hope that this can be a good time, since we have a lot of time on our hands. Unless, of course, you're an essential worker, you're probably working more than you've ever had to work before and getting pretty burnt out. But then for those of you who are, you're still out there going to work and out whether you're a cook and preparing food for people, or whether you're a doctor performing procedures and surgeries on people, you know who you are. You don't have that luxury of sitting back, but you do need to make the time for yourself, to be with yourself. No matter how busy you are with your work, we're depending on you not to burn out. We want you to be able to keep going, and to be able to find peace of mind for yourself. And we're aware of the heavy toll this is taking on so many people. So make time. That's when we have to make that time to allow our minds to become at peace and at rest, it's not only just calming for the physical body, but it's allowing us to look inside and to find that peace that we can only find within. So why don't we sit for a bit and just do some mindfulness practice, just being with our breath. Just sit comfortably. Close your eyes and you can relax. You want your back to be lifted. You want to feel your spine is lifted. And that just allows us to be able to watch our bodies breathe. The body's doing the work. We don't have to think about it. But we want to have our body in a posture that allows us to breathe just naturally more oxygen into our lungs. So we don't strain, we don't breathe unnaturally, but just observe your body. When it can, when your spine is lifted, even if you're on the floor, get that feeling that your spine is stretched out. And that's going to allow your lungs to be open and available to take in more air. And feel how life-affirming each breath is. And relax your head. Sometimes it's good to remember to bring your chin down a little bit. It's real easy to start letting your head go back and your chin go up. But you want to keep it down a bit. Let your hands rest comfortably in your lap. You can put your hands on your belly to feel the breath in your belly. That's when you know that your body is getting that oxygen all the way down. Let a smile play on your mouth, on your face. It helps relax some of the muscles. And it also allows us to keep our hearts a little open. We don't have to be so serious about everything. There can be lightheartedness in everything we do. If your body feels tight and uncomfortable, this is a good time to do a body scan. And as you move through your body, you can do it quickly and let it just flow through your body, but really be aware each time you move through a part of your body. Be aware of your physical self. Be aware of that tonal quality. So feel tension or feel the lack of tension. If your body feels relaxed and comfortable, feel that. It's okay to feel good. And it's really important to be able to recognize it. So if there's no tension through your forehead or the back of your scalp, if it doesn't feel tight, be aware of that. Be aware of the absence of the tightness or the tension. As you move down into your shoulders, if they're relaxed and down, not up around your jawline, feel that. Feel that it feels relaxed and not tense. Move from your shoulders down into your upper arms. There's even tension there. You might find that those muscles are tense, and that's what's pushing your shoulders up. Let them rest let your hands rest relaxed in your lap. So your arms all the way from your shoulders down so they can feel relaxed. Down into your lower arms. Into your hands and your fingers. Back into your torso. Even though you may be following your breath by the rise and fall of your belly, you'll feel it too in your lungs at the top. You just don't want that to be the only place you feel your breath. If you're only breathing in your upper chest, that's anxiety or strong emotion, anger, anxiety, a lot of stress. You want to be able to move that oxygen down lower. So move down your torso from your upper chest down into your middle, where you know your stomach is. Your heart's just above that. Move down into your lower abdomen. It's where a lot of us feel stress and tension. And if you don't feel those familiar feelings of stress or tightness or tension, then feel good that you don't feel it. Be aware of how it feels not to be in some of those typical feelings in our body are part of that warning system that there's something going on that's going to become a stronger and stronger feeling, and it's working its way up into becoming something that gets our mind's attention, and it becomes an emotion that starts to take us over. So it can't take us over if we're aware of it at an early stage. So know your body. Know how to look at yourself physically. And move down from your abdomen into your hips. Do you feel balanced in the posture you're in? Is there any pain or tension through your hips? Sometimes just tightness in our spine can cause pain. Move down into your upper legs. Through your knees. Pay attention to your knees. And down into your lower legs. And your ankles and into your feet. Through your toes. Always wiggle your toes. It's good for your toes to be wiggled. And then come and just be with your breath again. And feel what a calm, soothing breath is. Be aware of a lack of tightness. Each breath in and each breath out can be a cleansing breath. Nothing you need to do. Just be with yourself. If you become distracted, don't be concerned about that, but just be okay. That's what happens with the human mind and the human being. But then when you can let it go, just come back to the gentle breath. Don't give up, just smile at yourself. Just come back to your breath. The distractions are very normal. No matter how long someone's meditated, they deal with distractions just like you and me. Now I want you to keep sitting if you have time, and you can sit even 3-4 minutes longer, just being aware of your breath, of your body breathing for you. Be grateful for that. Be grateful for everything around you. And just be with your breath. And let yourself just relax. It doesn't mean our awareness is going away. It doesn't mean we're falling asleep. That awareness is mindfulness. So have a beautiful day and enjoy being with yourself. It might be a luxury for some, and some of you may be thinking, I've had enough of that. But enjoy yourself. I will be with you on Sunday, so have a good day. I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you so much.